Shalom and good day all, this is Tehillim29 back again for a comic review. And this comic is called I Make the Boys Cry by Absolute Comics, or by the Absolute Comics Group, and it's issue 1. As you can see, I brought all 3 covers in relation to this. The regular, which is in front, or in the center, and the 2 variants, rating each cover, with the middle one 8 out of 10, the one on the left 8.5 out of 10, and the lenticular 8.5 out of 10. Well, let's move to the art. Moving into the art at the beginning of the story, as you can see, this first part is sort of set in a simulation with White Widow and a character known as Slice. Moving directly into the middle, where we get the appearance of additional characters, or cast of characters, to which we learn their names are Aoife, Tantrum, of course Slice and White Widow, now the only one you don't learn about is this character here. Their name isn't presented in this issue, which I think it should be. It makes it a bit of a detriment to the issue. But as you can see, it is really nice and consistent with the art. Moving towards the end. Oh, another character I think I forgot was Scope. That's also included in this, but they're not in this shot. And this is towards the end. Enjoying the consistency here with the art. And that's them taking out one of the villains, called Our Tank. So for the art rating for the story, I'd be willing to give it a 7.5. Now moving into the actual story itself, of course in this we are following the story of White Widow, as this continues after issue 5 in White Widow. I will be getting the sequel issue to this, which will be issue 2, and plan on reviewing it. So, do we get our cast of characters? Yes, we get our cast of characters, all bar one, and I felt that wasn't really good within the issue. It should have been clear enough to point out who all the characters were, and it did miss out in that. We got to know who the villains were in the story, which was really nice. One being Dr. Barbosa, and the other being Our Tank, who we learn is part of a bit of a mercenary corps. Of course, we've got White Widow, who is Gabrielle, Slice, who is one of her friends and was in the training at the beginning. We encounter Scope, who works in the area of, say, assassinations by sniper rifle. Awesome. Aoife, who is able to open up portals. Tantrum, who works with explosives. Fantastic. I enjoyed the art for that. So now that we've got the cast of characters basically out of the way, do we get the location of where this is being held? Or where the first part is being held, which is called the Boudica School for Girls, which is a private school. And I think that's really good that they included that at the beginning of the issue, before you read into the issue. And you're learning about the organisation to which they're going to confront. The only thing it failed to do, or one of the things it really failed to do, is when it was, number one, covering the attack on the enemy base. It did not point out where the enemy base was, so it failed in location, and it also failed when the time of this mission was occurring. It succeeded in giving cast of characters, which I really enjoyed. I love the art. I totally enjoyed the covers. But the story failed in these areas. So I hope when the next issue of this comes out, that it won't forget to let us know who the person that was overseeing these characters in this story was, especially on the mission. Until then, if you enjoyed the content, don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and also comment. I'd like to hear what you've been reading, whether it's comics, manga, or watching, including anime, TV series, whatever. Hit the subscribe button if you enjoy the content. Until then, let's keep it colourful. And as you can see, I'm also on the road to 150 subscribers, or preferably over 150 subscribers, because I've got the first part prepared. It's just preparing for the last couple of parts for the reward. If you've now made it to the end of this review, you are awesome.